Talk to me, talk to me. This is your host of the most UC Empire. You already know. We deal with them real topics, them controversial topics that nobody want to talk about. Well, nobody want to be real about it. So y'all come on in, jump in the comment section, like, tag, share, and let them know God's best is on. Okay, we're going to try to start doing a little bit most TikTok, YouTube, so we can build those crowds, those audiences there. We gotta take this to a whole nother level. You know what I mean? Because we gotta get monetizing, you know, in multiple industries on multiple platforms, so that we can get what we need. Okay, so our sponsor today is no other than the UC Empire itself. Okay. And what are we sponsoring today? We are sponsoring the Perverted Church. Go grab your copy. Okay, go grab your copy. As you know, you can go on Amazon, grab your copy. I was actually thinking maybe I should do a series on the Perverted Church, maybe beginning in October. Um, so if you haven't grabbed your copy, go and grab your copy. This copy, as you see, is not for sale because it is the author's copy. And so it's only the author's copy. But yeah, I believe, I'm thinking. So you tell me what your ideal is about that. So go grab your Perverted Church if you didn't know. There's already been a book signing. There's already been a book tour. Television interview, Channel 7 News, Tyler, Texas. So we into another shift, so we about to shift it up into another gear, okay? So let's get it in. Who's at fault? You see the topic. You see the topic. Let me see what you got to say in the comments section. You can dialogue. You already seen the post, so tell me what your thoughts are. Who's at fault? Situation, man, woman, not married, excuse me, not in a relationship, and doing adult things. But when you're doing adult things without the intentions of saying I do or dating exclusively, then you leave things kind of up in the air on, so what are we? Okay, so you like each other, crushing on each other, as you say. You think they handsome, they think you're beautiful, and you're attracted to one another. You got the chemistry going on, and you go on a date or you go on a few dates, and you decide you want to spend time together, and one thing leads to another, and now she's pregnant. And so, whose fault is it? Is it the woman's fault, or is it the man's fault? Y'all tell me. We're gonna go in segments. Y'all know how we do. Let's talk, let's dialogue. um it's no one-sided. It's no gender hate. Everybody has a voice when it comes to the use of empire, when we dialoguing about content. And there's only water in here, by the way. So they won't say, oh, yeah, he was on there drinking, because they always got something negative to say about me. So who's at fault? Tell me, who's at fault? Who's at fault? The man or the woman? Or both, Which side are you on? And your opinion matters, because I want you to have a voice. I want you to be able to engage. I want you to be able to speak your mind, because I'm all about you having a free mind, and being educated, and being able to come to critical thinking and thoughts and patterns, and to use your wisdom, your insight, or your personal life. Maybe this is something personally that you've experienced yourself. And it's no better teacher than experience in situations like this. And a lot of times we find ourselves in situations so we can help others, because if you learn the lesson when you were in the situation, then you're able to help someone else not make those same kind of decisions and choices or mistake. You can become the model. You can become the blueprint, for family, friends, loved ones, a child, or children, or people in your community. At bruh, how you doing, Korean Fields? How you doing, Robert Davis? Whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? Is it the man's fault or the woman's fault? Um, it's a baby involved now. It's a seed involved now. So there's some decisions that's got to be made. Uh, should the woman have been calculating her ovulation time? That maybe, hey, that wasn't a good time to have sex, have intercourse, to be busy. How you doing, Cadella Webley? How you doing? Ooh, I gotta put some of my ice in here. So tell me, who's at fault? Who's at fault? Was the man at fault for not putting on a condom? Or is the woman at fault because she didn't count her ovulation days and knowing that she had a high risk time of conception? How you doing, my brother King Josephat? One love to you, man. Who's at fault? Tell me who's at fault. Who's at fault? Could it have been prevented? And then I guess the twist of it is people who are born out of situationships, as we call them, for people that are not married or in an exclusive marriage, because we know that some states recognize common law marriage, but that's not what God recognized. But so is it that maybe that this child that's coming about in the situation could be ordained by God, because that child is needed in a certain geographical location, city, state, town? Let's dialogue. Okay, let's see. How you doing, Cordell? How you doing? King Josephat says, it's always the woman. Okay, it's always the woman. Why it's always the woman, brother? Tell me why it's always the woman. Tracy Davis Wilson, what are your thoughts? Whose fault is it? Come on, because y'all was on this post here heavy, and the majority of the answers in the comments was it's the man's fault, and my thing was my response that I was saying was, so where is the accountability of the woman? That's what I was saying, King Josephat. Where is the accountability of the woman in the situation of getting pregnant, allowing herself to get pregnant, not being on birth control, not understanding her days of ovulation for conception? Most mature women, they were taught that early to know when are there times that they can conceive more. How you doing, my brother James R. Shepherd? What? Who's at fault? Tell me, brother. Tell me who's at fault. We got to settle this because everything always got to be the man's fault. Talk to me now. Everything is always the man's fault. Why? The women can't take no responsibility. So the women don't have a brain. They don't think. They can't think and say, you know what? You know what? I need to be on birth control, or you know what? I need to make sure we have a conversation that protection is going to be something we are not doing bareback. We are not having raw sex. Excuse me, but it's the use of it. So tell me, who's at fault? Who's at fault? Man, woman. A bunch of y'all was in that comment section there. Oh yeah, King Josephat, it's been the woman for the, because she was the one that was deceived. That's right. The woman was the one that was deceived. She was the one who the enemy twisted up her mind, where God did not say it. Like, yeah, he said it, but then he added on to it, so he twisted her mind. So that's our first incident of a woman not taking accountability because of her own deception in her own mind. So yeah, K. Joseph, we own him today, bro. We own him. We own him. We own him today. We own him. We own him. We own him. Ooh. Yeah, come on, tell me. So okay, so the woman being deceived drew the man into the deception in the garden because the man was trying to rescue her. So a lot of men lost their voice in the garden. That'd be a good sermon. Where's your voice? Mm, where's your voice? And so that's what our platform is about too, giving people a voice so they can speak, to let them know that, you know what, your opinion matters, you do matter, and you do contribute. You are an asset, regardless of what anyone has told you. But anytime you engage in interacting with me, you are part of the UC Empire. All right, you family. Okay, you family. Because we don't really have friends. So tell me, who's at fault? Should she have gone and getting on birth control? Should the man have brought contraception, or should that have been a discussion before uh, the topic of sex came involved? I mean, sometimes things just happen. Sometimes it's not planned. Sometimes it's the heat of the moment, or passion, chemistry, excitement, thrill, and it just goes. Sometimes it can be a look. It can begin with a look, and it just goes there. It become fire. So who's at fault? Who's at fault? And what I want to do is say that we're not playing the blame game. Okay, we are not playing the blame game. We're playing the accountability game. The accountability game for being mature about the choices and decisions that we make as adults. That's what it's about. It's about the accountability. And that's what I was saying early in the comment section. So, like, there's no accountability for the woman. But I noticed, in a whole spectrum of circumference, that most of the time, most women lack accountability, and that's where we have these problems, with these marriages and relationships and situationships and co-parenting and communication, because if you are not able to take accountability, then you can never see your wrong. You can never see what needs to be corrected. And a person who can't take accountability, it's almost idolatrous, because that means you are so deceived, you are so caught up in your pride, your ego, your education, your title, your career, your business, and whatever else in life, that you think you are know-it-all. And the thing of it is none of us are know-it-all. None of us are know-it-all. None of us have it all together. That's why we have situations like this that we have to deal with, we have to dialogue about and confront. And my point of view is that when I have conversations and dialogue, I want us to get educated, and I want us to get informed, and I want us to try to change the narrative of helping the next generation make wiser decisions, and us as individuals, make wise decisions too, because, you can wind up in a situationship too, being married, being single, being in a relationship, you can wind up in a situationship too, and find out that, hey, somebody got pregnant, so, um, are we using our head? Are we using our head, Um, One of the things that my grandfather taught me, Willie Nelson Preston, who's originally from Charlotte, North Carolina. He's been resting in peace a while. My grandfather, he taught me how to be a man. He said a young man that doesn't think with this head, but think with his other head will always be a slave to women, you know, because he can't control his urges, you know. He going by what he's seeing. He don't have a covenant with his eyes. He's drawn away by the beauty in the breasts and the booty and all these things, you know, not realizing, you know, that's entrapment, you know, that is 18 to 21 years of child support, you know, so don't get caught up in the moment by what you see, but, uh, you know, Proverbs warn about those strange women, so men of God, men in general, kings, stay away from strange women. That's how you'll wind up in these situationships too, you know. And women, women of God and queens, stay away from men who cannot control their sexual urges and who don't keep a covenant with their eyes and who go after everything that they see, you know. Nobody wants somebody who has eyes for everybody. Okay? So that's a good lesson. I think I'm gonna have to go and put me some more water in here because all I got is ice right here. And my other water ain't wound down. Give me a second. Be right back. Put me some water in right quick. Alright? Be right back. You sit by. Y'all keep it rolling. Y'all keep it rolling. I'm coming. Alright, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm back. Amen, Sister Good. All right. Arise serene. Who's at fault? Who's at blame? You know. As we know, both are at fault because they weren't keeping a covenant with their eyes. And sometimes you can be deceived by what you see. Beauty and being handsome don't equal good character, or a godly character, or the right morals or the right principles. And I'm quite sure if you've been married before or dating or in a relationship, you can't go by what you see. A lot of times, people profiles are a preview of who they are. That means a lot of times that's not necessarily who they are as an individual, and you got to use wisdom, you got to use intelligence, because everything ain't all what it seems, everything ain't all what it looks like, so don't be fooled. So who's at fault? And have you ever found yourself in one of these situations? Drop it in the comments section. Let us know. Have you ever found yourself in a situation that you discovered that the young lady was pregnant, or the woman was pregnant, or she was somebody else's lady and she was pregnant, or on the other end, uh, you was in a situationship, a relationship, or a marriage, and he got you pregnant, and you had to explain that to your husband, your spouse, your mate, uh, about what took place. Talk to me. I need to put something in my water. Excuse me. Yeah, I got these little Sunkist things too that I like to put in my water. So Sunkist, I need y'all to do me a deal for these great ones right here, okay? All right. It is zero sugar, so I'm trying to cut back a little bit, especially for us who heading is just in the 40s club, heading into the 50s club. So I normally put them in my water. This right here, these are good purple grape ones here. I love these. So if you got bottled water or you got water that you just drink, you can just take them and just drop them right in there, you know, so you can get your intake. Okay, so excuse me right for a moment. We can still dialogue, all right? Y'all drop it in the comment section. I'm gonna read the comments, okay? I'm gonna read your comments. You know, I love commentating. I love talking. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe once everything I get everything established, we might do a podcast called Talk to Me, or do it under the company UC Empire, as we know, because you have to have rights and legal rights of your business to do the podcast that way. So I own UC Empire. So for all them people that be running their mouth, tell them I own UC Empire. Okay, I got the EIN from the IRS. Okay, so when people be talking that trash, asking me, well, what is the UC Empire? It's a business. It's a company. Part of it is content. Okay, part of it is broadcasting, in which I was doing before I actually made it a company. And it's my family name, of course, So lineage, legacy. So who's at fault though? Who's at fault? Minute Maid. Okay. You say Minute Maid 0 for you. Okay. All right. What color is it? All right, Serene. What color is it? This is grape. Yeah, this is grape right here. So, but I have two other kinds too that are two of my favorites. So y'all getting a lot of sponsorship today. So see, that's why Facebook and all these other platforms need to start treating us content creators far better, because we be doing a whole lot of commercials while we are broadcasting. So I got gold, peach, mango also arise. This is really good also. So peach mango, you can mix it on the go. It's got vitamin C in, zinc in there. There's 0 sugars on that one also. Oh yeah, I know they have all different flavors. Yeah, I love grape and orange and different flavors, and peach mango and those kinds too. And this is this the one. No, this Sunkiss here. See, Sunkiss orange. 0 sugar. We all trying to. All us in the 40s club trying to not try not to have as much sugar, so we don't have to worry about the calories as much, But then there's some of us, we don't care. We already had our sexy days. Yeah, check it out. Let me know what you think. Check it out. This grape one is busting. It's busting. So who's at fault? Have you ever been in one of these situations where you found out you was pregnant, or you found out that your husband got somebody pregnant, your boyfriend got somebody pregnant, or your significant other, and the guidelines of broadcasting too is you cannot assume that everyone has the same opinion or view about marriage, because the laws in the states are different and it varies, and there are some states that recognize common law marriage. So from a religious standpoint, you cannot tell people that are common law married that they are not married. In some instances they can sue you, because that state recognizes them as being married. So you have to be careful what you say, so you don't wind up with any lawsuits, because it's easy to get a lawsuit saying the wrong things with the things you broadcast, the things that you profess. They can shut you down. And of course, they can report you to the IRS because you are a company, you are a business, you are a entity, even though you, the individual, um, is the company and others that take part in it. But if you're the founder, the owner, you need to know those kind of things doing business. It's not something to play with. As they say, you got to pay the cost to be the boss. Okay. So who's at fault? Who's at fault? Man, woman. Okay. So now we're going to have this precious child get ready to enter in to this unknown world. But the twist in the narrative, as you know, the conversation per the post earlier, the man has said that he does not want the child. And so in that situation, this situation, why is it right for the woman to keep the child that a man says that he does not want? And we all know, we understand, and we agree that, okay, the woman's body is her body, is her womb, is her right, is her God-given right. But does that say that she can discriminate against that man's right to say he doesn't want any part in the child's life if she decides to keep the child against his will? Because now it's about accountability of will. You can't make me do something against my will. Come on now. You can't make me do something against my will. You can't make me believe in something that I don't believe. You can't make me conform to something that I can't conform to. So is that the case? Is that the case? Can you make me be a father? You can't make me be a father if I don't want to be a father. Can you make me be a dad? You can't make me be a dad if I don't want to be a dad. Can you make me be a co-parent? You can't make me be a co-parent. So who's at fault? Is the man at fault because he don't want to be a father? He don't want to be a dad? But he already stated that that was his position. Is he wrong for having that position that, he don't want to have a child? Maybe, he's married. That's the reason why he don't want a child. Maybe he's in a relationship, that he's been in a long time and he don't want any outside kids, who's at fault? Who's at fault? Should he have had a vasectomy to prevent it? That's kind of extreme, but we just dialoguing. You tell me. You tell me who's at fault, okay? All right, so okay. All right. Check it out. Check it out. How you doing, Sister Amani? Okay. Who's at fault? Who's at fault? Okay, let's do some commentating. Sister Arise Serene. I hope I'm saying your name right. Please forgive me if I say it wrong. I don't mean to say it wrong. Okay. You said you had a situation where you got pregnant while you were in a relationship. Okay, you gave that man the option to be there or not. He chose to stay in our child's life. But it has been, okay, a lot of ups and downs, but he is financially there. Okay. So what you are saying is, in the situation where you got pregnant, he had the option to be a part of the child life or not. And so he chose to stay in for the child's sake. And then, a lot of ups and downs, situation as far as, was he married? were you in a relationship, or was it just you guys meeting together in a situationship that you got pregnant in? I would like to dive into that a little bit more, so we can have more clarity of the backstory. Because you know how we are. We want some more information, so we can dialogue a little bit more. Okay, okay, all right, okay, okay. Both of y'all were single. Okay, so why didn't y'all continue the relationship um, after you got pregnant? I mean, were you guys in a relationship previously? Because I'm trying to put the puzzle together also. Okay, okay. You say he had a problem being faithful to one person. Okay, so was it you that he was unfaithful to? Trying to fill in the backstory of how do you account that he's not a faithful man for one woman? Because sometimes people are judged on their past patterns, or as they say, traits, or maybe they have been unfaithful in other relationships or other marriages, or it could have been their track record. But then, excuse me, sometimes that could have been their past. Oh, Sister Imani, whose fault is it? That's the question. Whose fault is it? The situation is, um, you know, two consenting adults. They meet. They engage in sex. The woman gets pregnant. Um, but the woman, she wants to keep the child, but the man has stated that he doesn't want a child, and he does not want to be involved in the child's life. So whose fault is it? Is it the woman's fault for keeping it, or is it the man's fault for saying that he don't wants a child because is he going against the woman's right to bear a child, or is she going against his right as a man to have a free will to say, you're gonna make me be a father, you're gonna make me be a dad, like you're gonna make me commit to something that I don't want to commit to. So that's the general question on the floor, Sister Imani. So go ahead and dialogue. I know you can help us out. That is my original assistant there, my sister Imani, out of South Florida, Miami, who originated with me in Ready to Say I Do. So that's a dear sister of mine. So we family. That's not my sister. We family. What I mean? We far past she my sister. We family. Okay. So all right, Serene. Okay, you said so. Some more commentary said okay. Okay, y'all was just seeing each other. Okay. All right. Okay, he was fresh out of a relationship. Okay. And that he keeps a rotation of women. Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Okay. This guy sounds like a hot guy. He must be a very handsome guy. He's got a sweet tongue or something. Sweet Daddy Willie or something. You know what I'm saying? He must be a smooth talker. Okay. He was fresh out of a relationship. So that means that you knew the previous woman that he was seeing and that he was dating. And oh, player from the Himalayas. Oh, he a real player. Yeah, 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 sweet, that's it. Ooh. Yes. Okay. All right. Come on, Sister of Money. Come on, Queen of Money. Okay. Queen of Money said, okay. there has to be a common ground in the situation. That's right. It should be handled with care on both sides. That's right. Sister Imani, yeah, and of course, people don't have the maturity. A lot of times when they engage in these situations, so, as in counseling and therapy, most people, when a situation is not going their way, as planned or thought that it should go, it's going to be a fight or flight mentality, and most of the times it's going to be that flight mentality: escape, get away, break up, divorce, separate, what have you. Okay okay Sister Serene says, okay, you said you don't know her personally. Okay, but that's good. Okay. Okay, Queen of Mind, you say you still rolling this around in your spirit. Okay, dialogue. You can process it. You can get it through you. You got it. You can get it. You got it. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. But that maturity also, Queen of Mind, is that nobody wants to take accountability. Nobody wants to take the accountability and say, you know what? Maybe she should have been on birth control, you know, um, or maybe the guy should have had a condom, you know, and then something else that we can bring into the discussion is, um, was there a discussion about what it was going to become? Was it just going to be a situationship? Was it going to be a relationship? Um, and then I'm quite sure um, she should have calculated or counted her ovulation time to know when was her high days and when were her low days for conceiving, because most girls are taught that at an early age. Okay, Queen of Mine, what you say? Okay, you said you personally wouldn't want to bring unnecessary roughness on myself or the guy. Right? Yeah. I mean, that's critical thinking. I mean, a lot of people, they don't understand that. You know, um, yeah, yeah, it is a life at stake, but then what about the adult lives also? What about the adult lives? This is why we have had a lot of people that have not finished high school, or gone on to college, or finished college, or gotten their degree, or advanced in their career, or went up the ladder in their career, or got that business off of the ground, or do the plans that they set out to do because of situationships. How you doing, Miss Pamela Simon? Live from Dallas, the Big D in the house. The Big D in the house. You know how I mean the Big D rocking. You know how I mean the Big D rocking. You know how I mean the Big D rocking. I mean the Big D, it's all love in the Big D. hmm So what are your thoughts, Sister Pamela, on the topic? Whose fault is it? Is it the woman's fault or is it the man's fault? What could have been done differently? You know, did they not have the right discussions? Okay, the king said she should keep the baby. Why? Ask my brother. Ask my brother why should she keep the baby? Put the dialogue. Tell me he can come on too. Tell me he can come on here. Yeah. Why should she keep the baby? I just want to know his thought pattern. You see what I'm saying? Because we dialoguing, so I want to know his thought pattern on um, why should she keep the baby. I mean, because hey, maybe maybe the guy is married. You know, maybe the guy is in a relationship. Um, maybe he's at an age that he's already have grown children, and his children is grown. So this new child would be starting his life back over. I mean, especially if you got a guy that's, in his 40s or his 50s, you're looking at another 18 to 21 years, of taking care of another human being. That's a big commitment. Okay, Queen of Mine. Okay. He said his mom kept him and she was in the same. Ooh. Oh, now that's deep. That's deep. I respect that. I respect that. That's deep. That's deep. Okay, that's deep. I like that dialogue. Tell bro I like that dialogue. Tell the king I like that dialogue. Yeah, that's deep. Cause you know that put a different twist on it. Because whew, that's good. That's good. So, cause see, we don't want to play God. You see what I'm saying? So, could it be that these situations are God's way for that person, just like your king Imani, for the coming into this earthen realm? Ooh, that's good. Oh, that's good. That's good. I didn't know it was gonna go this way. I didn't know it was gonna go this way. Yeah, that's something else for us to ponder. Ooh, that's good. Yeah. See, a lot of times people think that you got to be married or you got to be in a relationship exclusively for the commitment of a child to come into this world. But yeah, King, yeah, I see you. I see you, King. Come on in here. Peace, my brother. Oh man, you done brought a twist. You done brought a spin on it, man. You done brought your life in here. Oh yeah, brother. You done turned the top. You done turned the topic up. So yeah, you got to come on in here, King. Yeah, come on in here, dialogue, cause cause situationships, you know, situationships. That means God allowed it. You see what I'm saying? Because when we think about it, on a medical level, also there are millions of sperms that are trying to get to that one egg, you know, and it's only one that makes it in. One. That's deep, bro. That's deep. That's deep. That's like a sniper move, and I know you know what I'm saying because you've been in the military. So once you locked in and focus in on that target, like that sperm going to the egg, it's only one shot. It's only one that can make it in. But thank you for sharing that testimony, man. Thank you for dropping that in there because that changed the whole perspective of the conversation. Actually, that created a whole different dialogue. That created a whole different dialogue, um, in which we should have a diverse mind of critical thoughts. Yeah, you welcome, my brother. We family, man. We family, brother. Um, yeah. Oh man, you came and dropped it on us. You came and dropped it on us. Yeah, you dropped that in there. How you doing, my sister Janet Jackson? Chicago in the building, Chi-Town, Chi-Town. So, mm, so are we in our rightful state to say that God allows situations for the seed that He wants to come into this earthen realm? And I guess we definitely can say that because, I mean, there are many places, in the Bible that God allowed it. I mean, with Abraham and Isaac. I mean, not Abraham and Isaac, Abraham and Ishmael. He allowed that with Hagar. Okay, okay. Queen Amani said, okay, she was pregnant, okay, once and told God that she didn't want it. And within days, she had a miscarriage. Oh my God. Wow. Mm, mm. hmm What place was you in, Queen Amani, when you said that? What place were you in? Thank you, Sister Janice. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. Okay, King. Okay, let me read your dialogue. You say some women and men want to abort a child for selfish reasons. Definitely. For example, that's right. It's not time. I'm not ready. I don't want that responsibility. That's right. Yeah, they do say that. They do say that. Ooh, Sister Imani, y'all didn't come in here and twist this topic all up, man. We gonna have to get together to do something, cause man, y'all done came in here and shift everything, man. Y'all done came in here and shift everything. Whew. Mm. Okay. Okay, Queen of Mine. You said, okay, and you was married to your ex-husband? Oh wow. Mm. That's deep. That's deep. So in that space, even though you were married, what made you not want to have a child with your husband? Let's. I'm not trying to take you back, but let's let's dialogue a little bit of what space you were in at that time, and just like you said, King, sometimes is we don't want that responsibility, or we don't think that we prepared, or we might not be financially able that we can see to take care of a child, according to what age bracket that we're in. Okay, Sister Serene, you said okay. Oh, okay. You said you believe that it was a divine appointment. Okay. Your daughter and son are 15 years apart. Oh, that's big. 15 years apart? That's a big gap. That's a big gap, 15 years apart. Okay. Okay, so, all right. So it was God that allowed. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it was God. Yeah, 15 years apart. Yeah, you said you did not think that you could have another child. So yes, it's possible for God. Oh yeah, yeah. And sometimes our timing is not God's timing. And see, that's the thing with people that are religious. They don't understand that you can't put God's timing in a box. You know, you can't put God's timing in a box because His timing and our timing is not the same. Okay. Queen of Money says, okay, because we may as well been in a situation. Right, right, right. Oh, you didn't. Oh, yeah. See, yeah, you just dropped something else in there. You see, y'all just keep y'all tag teaming me today. You just dropped something else in there. So that means technically y'all was married legally, but y'all wasn't in a union, meaning y'all was not on one accord. You know, Um, yeah. Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. Okay. Sister mine. Okay. Okay. He wasn't faithful. Okay. Now wanting nothing to do with his seed. Oh yeah, I get it. I get it. No woman wants to carry a man's seed while he's being unfaithful. Yeah. So. Oh yeah, I get it. I get it. Okay, King. What you say? Okay. Some people don't want to have a child with the person they're with. Yeah, they can't stand the other parent. Oh yeah, man. I'm telling you. Oh yeah. That's another twist. Because see, the thing of it is the maturity level a lot of times is not there on one part or both parts, because you got to have mature adults to co-parent. And if you can't communicate with that person healthily, then it's going to be a lot of walls and challenges that are going to be shut down. Well, okay, I say I want to come and take the child to go to eat. You tell me that, well, you can't come to my house. Okay, well, okay, so where do you want to meet? Okay, you say we pick a restaurant. a mutual spot to meet up to exchange a child. I go to the mutual spot to meet you to obtain the child, but then you don't show up, you know. And then you give out the analogy that I'm the bad daddy, I'm the bad father, I'm the bad parent, but you really don't want to co-parent. And see, that's what these situations lead into when you have immature people that have children for selfish gain. They have children to idolize them, or to make them a weapon, against the other parent. Um, and one of the worst things in any situationship or relationship or marriage is for another parent to use that child against the other parent. That's why in our culture, in our community, we have so many homes that are fatherless because of deadbeat moms. And see, that's what I'm saying. See, they don't want to talk about that topic. They don't want to talk about that topic. They don't want to talk about deadbeat moms, because deadbeat moms have done more damage than deadbeat fathers, because some children did not need to meet their dad or their father, because it wouldn't have been great change or impact or positive influence or any lineage or legacy or anything that they would have learned from them. So yeah, using the child as war. I mean, always. Uh, that's the craziest thing ever, to use a child against the other parent, and then wonder why that child don't have a relationship with that parent because of infiltration and sabotage. You see why this topic is important? If the man says he doesn't want a child, like, why would you want a person to be connected to you that don't want to be a part of your life in that child's life? Because then y'all not going to be good co-parents, not going to be good co-parents. So that means you're not going to raise that child up in a healthy environment or a healthy home or healthy situationship where that child feels like they are loved. Yeah, so yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh man, King and Queen, man, y'all done came and flipped it up, man. Y'all done came and flipped it up. Y'all done flipped this topic up. Yeah, great dialogue. Yeah, great dialogue and sharing the point. Okay, Queen of Money says, okay, sometimes the mother's using child. Oh yeah, that's the golden tick. You just dropped the bomb. You just dropped the bomb. That's the bomb. Yeah, using the child for leverage or for money. Oh man, I'm telling you, I done seen so, I done seen so many men. Uh, Homes have been broken up. Marriages have been destroyed. Careers tore apart. Dreams, visions, goal killed. I mean, literally killed. It's some men that have never reached their full potential because of the leverage or the money, and especially the money on the side of dealing with child support. Oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. And as we know, child support ain't nothing but a setup, which creates also that divide and conquer. So you give the woman government assistance so you can get the man out of the way, and so then becomes the government becomes the sugar daddy. And so, because he giving her a place to stay for low income. He making sure she get the food stamps. He making sure, what I mean, she get Medicare, what I mean, for that child, and all those other things. And on housing, on government, the man can't live there. So it's already separation, you know. Oh yes, Queen of Mine, you dropped another bomb in it. Yeah, some women purposely get pregnant. I mean, they plan it. I mean, how you forgot to take your birth control? How what happened to your depot shot? Like you didn't know that it was time to renew your depot shot? Like I'm quite sure, before you leave the doctor, they tell you when your next appointment is. So you mean to tell me you didn't keep up with your next appointment? So that means if you didn't keep up with your next appointment, then you are at fault. So that means you directly or indirectly got pregnant on purpose. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, and that's that's the that's a scammer's game. That's a scammer's game too, Queenie Money, of how we seen it in our culture, we seen it in our world, especially um, if the man has something going for himself. He might be going in the military, or he might just be somebody with a certain kind of skill or trade, or he's going somewhere in life, and they have sought him out, to have a child by him, so they can be tied to him for the rest of their life. That might be the reason why she don't want to get a divorce. She don't want to get a divorce. She don't want to break up. She don't want to separate. She want to have this child so she can stay attached to him. She want to be attached to his name and his legacy, that she has a child for him. You know, and that's the that's the illusion and delusion of the fantasy, of why co-parenting is not functioning the way that it's supposed to, because those ill intentions, and then once you add in, the government of, playing the sugar daddy to the women, you got the Willie Lynch syndrome, which is divide and conquer, you know. Yes. Yeah, sister man. Oh yeah, yeah. It's some sad, yeah, it's some sad weak men, that would purposely go out to get a woman pregnant. I would never understand that. Like, why would you purposely go and plan and get a woman pregnant or girl pregnant according to what age? Because some people happen in their early years, to try to stay attached to them, to try to always be in their life, to try to be deceiving. Hey, well, listen here, let me tell you something. You're not gonna have no other man around my child now, And I'm gonna tell you this off top, ain't no other man can live with you while my child or my children there. So yeah, that dictatorship, that controlling, and I always thought that that was a emotional imbalance, because that means you still attach some kind of way when you feel like you got to try to control what another individual lives in their personal life, because you can't tell them that they can no longer date somebody else, they can't go and get married, or they can't move to another state. Of course, you consent to say, yeah, yep, barefoot and pregnant, yeah. And see, that's why. Oh yeah, you just twisted it again, sister Iman. See, that's why people who take that extreme road of the man being the provider and the man being the head, and the old modern way of the woman being, the housewife. The thing of that is, okay, so what does the woman do with her skills? What does she do with her education? What does she do with her trade? What does she do with all that God has given her? She just be a housemate? I mean, because technically that's what she is. If if that's her only value, because it's how she's contributing to the marriage as a partner, you know. Because if she's staying home and he's going out doing all the work, he's going out and building the businesses, then where is the partnership? See, this is where church has failed the people, because they don't teach people partnership. They just tell them don't fornicate, don't have sex before marriage. But you got to teach the people partnership. You got to teach the people unity. You got to teach the people oneness. You can't teach the people religion. That's why the church has the highest divorce rate. I mean, it's sad to say it, but the church has the highest divorce rate when you compare it to the world. And that's sad. Now, how can you say you love God, but then you miss the morals, the principles, and the character of God? You miss the unity, you miss the oneness, you miss the divine alignment, and all those things. I mean, so as you know, you can't listen to everybody, because everybody's really not hearing from God just because they read out of the Bible. So that's a whole nother conversation for another day. Oh yeah, that's crazy, Sister Iman. I never understood that. Why would I why would I be concerned about my kids? I would never understand being concerned about who my children mothers have sex with. Like that ain't never crossed my mind. That ain't never crossed my mind. Like, oh, you know what? She got a new man. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go over there and cop lock. So he can't get none. No. Once I exit, I exit. You know what I mean? But that brings us to another place then, because there are people that have detaching issues. They don't detach well. And that is a level of codependency. That's a level of codependency with that monitoring spirit of, okay, well, ain't nobody can stay the night over there, ain't nobody can live there, and you better not be having no sex. Hold on a minute. Who gave you the power for you to fix your mouth to think that you can tell another adult what they can do with their own body sexually? Like, you can't tell somebody how they want to have sex. Like, come, yeah, and see, that's another point. That's what the church is doing. The church is monitoring people's sex life. Yeah, see, yeah, that's monitoring people's sex life. Listen, if your mind is focused on God and helping the people get encouraged and inspired and build up, then guess what? It don't matter who they have sex with, because you supposed to be educating them on how to get closer to God, to work on their life, their ministry, their calling, their assignment. Don't be involved with what's going on in their personal sexual life. That's something between them and God. Don't become an idol. I would never ask any individual about what's going on in their personal sex life, like, or who they having sex with. That's not none of my business. They grown. I don't even ask my children that. You see what I'm saying? Like, the morals and the principles have been crossed in the church, in the pulpit, that needs to be set back in order. And yeah, I see what you're saying, Sister Marty. Yeah, that's why a lot of people don't go to church, because they don't want to deal with that perverted mindset. Because if you're monitoring people sexual lives, then that means you got to be undressing them. That means that means your mindset is not pure. Because what would I be conceiving in my mind about who you having sex with? You know, like that makes no kind of sense. So yeah, we gotta evaluate. We got a lot of work to do. And a lot of leaders are perverted. You know, a lot of people are perverted. So we need the mindset transformed and renewed so that we can have people that have critical skills and intelligence to set this stuff in order. So that's one of the purposes too of the perverted church. So we can point these things out, but not only point them out, but address them and come up with solutions so things can be done right and in order. You know, yeah, that's crazy. People in the church, they don't mind. I don't understand. I never understood why would I want to be involved with what somebody else's business is. Like, I think that's individuals who don't have a life. Like, I'm so focused on what's going on in my life, I don't have time to be asking other people and monitoring other people's lives about what they're doing. you know, not at all. Okay, Sister Minor, you say you remember being singing in the church and folk got nervous that I would go with certain men in the church to take. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, it's like a draft pick. It's like a draft pick in the church for some odd reason. Um, and it's bad because the leader can be married or single, but the women in the church, because of the Boaz syndrome, ooh, that's a good word. Because of the Boaz syndrome, they have the leader as their husband, They have the leader as their husband, psychologically or spiritually in their mind, and that's why a lot of them are single because they looking at the leader. They looking at the pastor, they looking at the bishop or the elder that's over the church because it's like, okay, now the same person the leader that's keeping them single is the same leader a lot of times that's sleeping with them. And so you can't get what God has for you if you already tied up in the perversion in the church. So it's crazy. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's weird. I never understood the competition in the church of you thinking that somebody could take your husband or take your wife. Like, that's a real insecure place to be in. But I've never been in that competition. Like, I never competed for a woman. Like, I never felt like another man could take the woman or what have you. But see, I was raised differently too. If a man can get her, then guess what? She gone. That means she wasn't mine anyway, or our time was up. So guess what? I wouldn't have no feelings, no hard feelings about it. He can have if he can give her, he can have her. You see what I'm saying? That means he got to be able to do what I did for more. So I had a situation like that one time before. This guy was telling me that he was liking this woman that I had dated for many years, and I was telling the guy, I said this woman that I had at the time, I said this woman, man, I said this ain't no regular woman, this ain't no average woman, I said, so you got to be able to foot the bill for this woman, you got to be able to pay, rent and mortgage begin at $1,500-$1,600 a night. $1,500-$1,600. That's just for that. Not including the lights, not including, car insurance, car payments, So you running probably between about $6,000 to $10,000 a month. That's something you got to be able to do. So for you to come and walk in my shoes, at that time, it's like, bro, you just look at her, and just, what I'm saying, that ain't what you want. What I mean? That ain't what you want. Okay. All right. Sister Imani, what you say? Let's see. Seraphia, tell me how to say your name. Sherphia. Tell me how. I never seen that name before, so I don't want to say it incorrectly, and you can correct me because I don't know how to say it because I never seen that name before. Okay, you said a lot of women in many church. Yep, that's a major thing. Covetous. I never understood it. I never understood wanting another man's wife, another man's woman. I never wanted anything that another man had, because, I guess because I was taught differently. I got old school values and old school morals, because I figure, you can get, you don't have to covet anything that's for you. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely weird, Sister Mine. It's definitely weird. Blessed evening. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of covetous going on in the church. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of behavior is definitely not right in the body of Christ. Yeah. I mean, because, it's a lot of leaders that's sleeping with the members, so that's why a lot of people are single. So people be saying that they waiting on their husband, they waiting on their wife, but they all sleeping together. They ain't a circle, they ain't a clique, they ain't a group, you know. It's a cult, so that's why if you pay attention, they always the same ones that are rotating to each other churches or ministries. They are constantly on each other's platforms, and as you know, most of them are in that divine nine, so they have covenants and vows, of divinities that they've made, from being in their sororities and their frats, and the things that they've pledged to. Sister Money, you say sound like, but you and your husband, what? They what? Okay, 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 all right, okay. You said it's a Arab name and a French name. Oh, that's nice. So how do you break it down to say it? That's what I want to learn. How do you break it down to say it so I don't mess it up? And excuse me ahead of time because I might just say it wrong because I'm a Geechee, so some of my words don't come out right. You know, excuse me. Okay. Okay, he said, come on now. He said, it reminds you of the verse that talks about the sex rituals. Oh yeah, oh yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah, it is. It's a lot of paganism that's going on in the church. That's why the perverted church. Because it's a lot of committed to secrecy. And they take care of each other. So they fellowship at each other churches and ministries and everything. And so we can't get in. We didn't make those vows. We didn't make those pledges. So we won't ever get that kind of support. We won't ever get that kind of backing. We won't ever get that kind of affirmation or ordination, or recognition. So but yeah, Sister Monique Moss, where you coming from? Okay. Okay, so you said you was dating a pastor. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Okay, I got to find it. A lot of y'all getting on here now. Hold on. Keep the conversation going. I'm gonna commentate for you. I'm gonna commentate. Okay, so you said you was dating a pastor and he was sleeping with women left and right. she said she said he was sleeping with women left and right, center, northwest, northeast, community belongings. Oh, he said this. Okay, okay. I'm gonna try to syllable it out. Okay, she, ra, fa. Okay, you say it like that. She, ra, fa. She, ra, fa. You say it like that. Let me know if I got it right. Okay. Po, I don't like this. Okay. Polon, I don't like this. Okay. So that's French, Polon. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Peace out, King and Queen. Y'all been good. Y'all done came in here and flipped up everything anyway. So, yeah, you know how we is, fam. You know how we is. See y'all next time. My sister Isha. Nicole, how you doing? One love to you. What's going on? Who's at fault? Who's at fault? Okay. Okay. You said it's because they do not have a relationship with Christ. Yes, right. And they fail to obey the word of God. Yeah. Yeah, they having orgies and group sex and ponging sections and all these things. Okay. Sharafa. Okay, that's how I say it. Is that how I say it? Sharafa. That's how I say it. In 3 syllables. Okay. All right. Miss Isha Nicole, what's going on, my sister? What's going on? One love to you, Queen. What's going on? How your evening going? Where the food at? You said, "Oh Lord, I mess it up? I apologize. I apologize." That's great. Good. I got put me some more water in that grape there. Thing about to get thicker. Sharifa, if this is better. Okay. Cook. Sister Isha, I ain't able to cook right now. If I was cooking, I'd be cooking live to show y'all what's going on. Did you cook? Where the plate at? Where the plate at? You need to bring your friend a plate. Cause I can't cook right now. I mean the transition. You know what I mean? Okay, you said I did pronounce it good. Okay, great. Okay, cause I don't want to get in no trouble. Let me run and get some water right quick, and I'll be right back. You said you got me? Okay. Let me know when you cooking now. Let me know you cooking now. Get some water right quick. I'll be right back, guys. Oh, Sister Isha Nicole, she cooking. Okay. What you cooking, Sister Isha Nicole? I apologize. I wasn't trying to murder your name. Okay. Okay. That sounds good. Let me know. What time is it? Tell me what kind of time frame we working in then. Tell me what kind of time frame we working in. And I apologize, Miss Poe Long. Uh, I ain't mean to mess your name up. Even though I'm a public figure, I don't proclaim to be the best speechologist. Yeah, I'm a Geechee, so most of my words from my dialect is not the same English anyway. So I'm not going to pronounce it the way that is, actually written because where I'm from, Geechee Gullah people, we normally pronounce things the way it sounds. not the way that it's written, because of our culture, people were less educated book wise, but they were intelligent, smart, and wisdom because they know a lot of things from, you know, insight and wisdom the way that God gave them. So, yeah. My apologies again. My apologies again. My apologies again. I wasn't, you know, they said don't play with nobody's name, so I don't play with them. Yeah, I know how people are about their name. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Yeah. So who's at fault? Have any one of you guys? Yes, Sister Isha. Yeah, ancestral intelligence. Yes, yes, critical thinking skills. Um, knowing something without having to actually been taught it. What always kept me ahead was, you know, um, a lot of people don't know this, but I was homeschooled before I went to school. And so my godmother, Stephanie Ann Robinson Kitt, I'll forever be grateful to her because she educated me home. She homeschooled me first before she put me in the school system. So um, I was already educated before I went to school. And so school just gave me the curriculum of education, in which I was always, honor roll student, always advanced. I was 2 grades ahead, so I was always 2 grades ahead. So I didn't go to pre-K, I didn't go to kindergarten. I started out in first grade, so um, you know, yeah, I always was ahead. Yeah, but yeah, my kids, same thing. They always was ahead. Honor students. It's ancestral and genetics, so it's a gene that's passed down. So, um, I learned that some women of certain professions and careers, they only seek out certain men with that kind of gene because they want their children to have that kind of brain, that kind of intelligence, those critical thinking skills. So they sometimes have children by them purposely because they're thinking about lineage and legacy and heritage. And, that's why, uh, even with this topic, um, a lot of arranged marriages came this way, um, for the sake of building, um, to keep community together, to have some kind of organizational structure, um, because of the divide and conquer of our government. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's definitely good. Yeah, that's definitely good because you know, um, you shouldn't want to have kids by everybody. I mean, you got to be careful who you have children by. Because that's your seed, that's your lineage, that's your legacy, your heritage. And your children are a reflection of you. So um, I advise anyone, get to know the individual. Learn their mindset, learn how they think, how they process things, how they execute things, and who they are at the core of their being. So you don't have children by anyone. Sister Amanda Matthews, you say that don't make sense because you get to be intelligent by learning, reading, and stuff. No, not necessarily. You don't. Some people are just gifted with wisdom. Wisdom is a gift for some people that they don't. They never had to learn how to read. They never had to actually be taught how to read. Um, there are people with gifts of orators. That means they are great speakers. Like no one had to teach them how to speak. You know, or they have insight. They have wisdom about things beyond their years because that's what God gave to them. So yeah. A lot of things you don't have to read and study and be taught because uh, I had insight as a kid, and I wasn't taught it, you know. Um, yeah, I wasn't taught it, so yeah, because the things that I had insight about as a kid, as a child, it manifested in my life, and anyone in my family, friends, or what have you, I tell you, from my younger years, I've always been far ahead, So, yeah, certain things you don't have to read and learn. Some things are just gifts that God gives you. That it's who you are. It's a part of your makeup. It's a part of your genetics. It's things that are ancestrally and genealogy wise that are just passed down. So, yeah, we have to disagree on that, Queen. Yeah. So you said, imagine what? Imagine dating an intelligent guy with a dirty character. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah. Yeah. You want a balance. Imagine you dating a scientist and he's a narcissist. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, that's definitely a gift. So, we have to embrace our gifts and, children are an inheritance from the Lord. So children are gifts. So you got to be careful who you get with to get the gift, because that'll be a gift that will be attached to you for the rest of your life. So yeah. So right now I am going to get off of here, guys. It's been good. It's been pleasant. You sitting by y'all dialogue, y'all commented. I got to grab me a bite to eat now. So, one love to you. Thank you for the commentary. Thank you for your interaction. Thank you for your engagement. And so, until next time, um, I'll try to bring the greatest topics that I can for open dialogue. It's only my intention and purpose that we be inspired, encouraged, and educated, and that we become better. It's never to attack or degrade or disrespect an individual, or organization, or race. It's always for building up, edifying, that we can be what God would have for us to be, um, in this arena, this space, in this platform. Because at the end of the day, there is, you know, a way that this platform serves still as ministry, also, even though it's not preaching and teaching in that aspect. Okay. You said you have no kids. You always wanted, but you was a good package landing at the wrong address. Okay. So how old are you? How old are you? That's the question. Thank you, Sister Serene, for the dialogue. Thank you for joining. Come again, come again. And thank everyone always for your engagement, your interaction, on the posts, on the topics, the reels, the lives. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'll never forget where I come from. So I always pay respect. I pay homage. Like you see me saluted my godmother, for homeschooling me because that's what made me the individual I am as far as my education, my critical skills thinking, and the way that I process things in life because of the way that I was trained, the way I was prepared, because she had boundaries, so she did not play. So she's huge on education. So yeah, and uh, not just school education, but life education itself is always be learning. Always put yourself in a position of learning, continuing education, going getting other skills, going getting other certifications, advance in your life so you can put yourself in a better position, as an individual so you don't be codependent on anyone, you know, um, and that when you get into a relationship, a marriage, you'll be an asset, instead of a liability, and then, you can make better choices and wiser decisions um, that'll change the trajectory of your life. So, blessings and grace and peace be unto you. Until next time, it's the UC Empire. Ready to say I do. Okay? Talk to me. Talk to me. Okay. So, I'm out. All right? It's time to eat now. I'm hungry. What y'all gonna cook tonight? Y'all can drop it in the comment section. All right? I'll see y'all out there in social media land. One love to you. Peace. You know who it is. It's your boy, Anthony M. UC. One love.